Hello and welcome to another Cultural Foolishness recap of Power Book 2, Book of Ghost, a little reek. This is Creed of Exodus Studios and ArchitectsMars.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach.
Show You Right. So this is episode 2. Um, the first one was a doozy, and we went and got right straight into the action. It's a
Yes, we
lot going
did.
on. This one picks up with our friend Michael Ealy, plotting on Lil Reek
And you know what we don't talk about enough?
hmm,
Um, and I love me some Michael Ealy, so it's no slight to him, but
hmm,
he's a new generation Mel Jackson when it comes to these shows. Because one thing he
hmm.
gonna do is come in on the last season, it be fire, but Mel Jackson was coming in on the last season of the show. That's how you knew it was over when he popped his ass up.
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
what a great observation. That's very accurate because he was on the last episode of Being Mary Jane too.
He
Man, last
was
season
the last
two.
two seasons. Well,
Yeah.
it was the last season because they made the last one very long. But
Right.
yes, he was on the last season of that. It was great.
And it
It
was
was
great.
it was amazing. But he did come in at the end, and
Mhm.
yeah,
That's so
yeah.
interesting. I didn't even think about
And
that.
I was like, oh, I see what you're doing, but I'm like, I'm not mad at you. It's not like it was like, oh, this nigga pop. It's like, oh, it's about to be over.
Yep. I mean, it's
it's,
gonna be
it's
good, but
not
it's
that.
about
It's
to
gonna
be
be good.
over.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's jump back to Tyreek and Braden. They are now basically, roommates in his room because Braden don't got nowhere to go because this man, Braden, you gonna get everything back, man. You really a down one, but shit, you struggling right now.
Well, and you know what? It's not just him though, because like the whole joint was a Ponzi scheme, so his family
Oh,
ain't
his
got
whole
it
family
either.
is popped. Yeah, like they taking
Yeah,
his name off the building on the campus and shit. People cussing him out on, walking around and
yeah.
shit. So it's real. And now
They
it's funny.
gotta they
Oh, go
gotta
ahead.
sell the house. Look, niggas
Yeah,
downgrading houses, putting cars on the lease. Woo!
it's rough. They'll be all right. They white.
Mm-hmm.
So they on campus, funnily talking about, of course, Tyreek goes straight back to me. We should get back in the game. We need to get back on. He's like, dude,
Like you
you
just said.
just said, can we just be regular college? He was like, man, that shit's overrated, man. I need some motherfucking money, man. Fuck all this bullshit.
He over here on student loans now. He had
Right.
to
And
apply
they do
for a
like
good Pell
87.
Grant.
He
They
out
gave
here.
him go ahead. They gave him
No,
all these jobs or whatever to
no,
uphold the loans and the
I was
work
gonna
study and everything. It's like, oh my goodness.
I was gonna say they got him on here like motherfucking Hey Man and stuff with like 3, 4 jobs and shit. How many jobs? You only got 3 jobs. That is not enough jobs. You gotta pay for this school, Tariq. Pay for the school.
He is like, this is not. He's like, how much? $11 an hour. Like an
Trash.
hour? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Not a minute. That's crazy.
Like that was shit.
Used to that minutely. That's weird. $11 every minute. That is my rate. I'm confused. And then your boy, what's his name again? Kane breaking arms, broke the poor man arm, and we know who then shot the mama. So it's just sad that he
That
got.
poor man ain't got no information. He really don't know nothing. Now he can't even now the nigga can't even wipe his own ass because he broke both of them. It's like, man,
That's trash. Then
it's
meanwhile, Diana getting pregnancy tests and shit.
dirty Diana.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Diana is preggers.
Mm, mm, mm.
Somebody posted that goofy ass nigga she used to talk to last season, talking about could it be his? No, it's Tariq. Stop it. I respectfully, Tariq looked like he got a weak pullout game. So, there's that.
It does look weak though.
It looks weak.
Well, honestly though, like
It
in
looked like
his
it's weak, but he don't know it's weak.
not honestly though, in his defense, Dan, they got them eyes, man. You gonna forget a lot of shit you supposed to be doing, fucking around with her ass. And some women be saying crazy stuff during that just be making stupid stuff happen, and then everybody regret it. It'd be like, you said that though.
I know.
And then got the
I said
nerve
it.
and then have the nerve to have them eyes fucking around. Like, girl, get out of here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Um so
And
Monet is home, quote unquote, recovering, or at least
her
that's what she
ass
needs to be
is
doing.
fucking up, is what she doing.
Yes, she is.
So her cousin was over there helping.
Yes.
She reminiscing, having flashbacks to back in the day with her and Lorenzo, which the girl that got to play her as a young woman, that was immaculate
Beautiful
casting.
cast.
Like,
Beautiful.
like, do y'all job.
Because I was
Good
sitting here
job.
like, how they get? I almost thought it was Mary. I was like, wait, how the hell they make her look that young again like that?
Right. No, that was crazy how good.
That
And
was
it's
amazing. The
especially,
hairstyle,
yeah,
take
like,
me back to real love
yes,
anytime.
very, very real love-ish.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And then Method Man. Every time they show him, I think his gimmick this season is he's just gonna smash. Like, you see him, a woman is involved in the scene, and then a few minutes later, it's bow chicka wow wow. Like, every time now, like,
I
dog.
mean, somebody got to smash.
That's true because everybody's
It's
so
power.
stressed out.
Someone has, right.
Everybody's stressed out. They ain't fucking at all. His ass is like, well, I can't even work, so I'm fucking.
Right. I got to do something with my time. I have to do something with my time. So he is basically, he's kind of like suspended indefinitely, and his license is pending.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what's going on with him. And our good officer Carter, Detective Carter, also known as Michael Ealy,
Mm-hmm.
is trying to kind of proposition him to kind of give up some dirt on Tariq. And he like, I'll pull some strings and make sure you get your joint back so that you could practice law again. Just give me this nigga.
I
And
just
he's
want to
like,
point out.
yeah.
I just want to point out how bad this woman is with names of characters. This nigga's been on 2 episodes. She's already remembered his name. I'm not gonna say why. I'm gonna just point the shit out. I'm gonna leave it there. But Detective Carter, I didn't
Judge,
know his name.
judge your play, cousin. Do not judge me. Okay. Hashtag say his name. Okay. Okay. And I found out his name, Noma. We okay. So I'm
Noma,
I'm trying
yes,
to be more
yes,
intentional with the
yes.
name, but yes, it's Detective Carter. I
Mhm.
guess. Mm-hmm. Davis McLean. Who else? Councilman Tate. All
We're
of them
better.
ones.
One thing I will say, we've been watching this long enough. We're better with the names of these characters in general. But he was so new, I just had to point that out. And
Hey,
I'm
it's pretty
sure
privilege.
the right. I was gonna say, I'm sure the ladies that's listening is gonna be like, "Girl, I remember his name too." What?
Period.
So Um, this is so I guess they're still looking for Monet's killer. They come home, tell her what's going on with what's her name? Noma?
Yes. with
and
Noma.
the Russians, and then she trying to get up and go do something. This woman need to sit her ass down, but she can't sit her ass down. I don't understand why, but then again, I do understand why. It's Monet, so she thinks she's invincible.
That she does. That she does. And so speaking of the Russians, Effie
Mm,
um went to Noma, basically, saying, I mean, she's trying to get into like this engineering internship or
mm-hmm,
something, some type of program that's going to be costly.
mm-hmm.
So she's trying to figure out a way to get extra money. So she goes to Noma saying, hey, I need, I've been, doing X, Y, and Z. So I need to, I need a bigger cut, blah, blah, blah. What can I do to get a bigger cut? So Noma tells her, like, set up something with the Russians. And if you can do that, if you could do what my people can't, then we'll revisit this conversation. And she does. She meets
Very
up with the
smooth, in
Russians in a
fact,
very smooth
with
way.
her little hacking skills and about to what was it? Change the swimming time for the dude's daughter so she could get into school. What was it, Yale or
It was
something?
Yale, yes.
So that's so funny. I wonder how many of them little kids be financed by some straight fuck shit like that. I'm sure it's way more than you would think.
You never know. But
Cause what's the point of, that's why the whole shit with Monet make no sense. It's like you doing that and you got all your kids doing it. Like, why? One, the point was to make them not have to do that.
you would think, but then again, this is Monet.
Right.
The only person who she felt was worthy of not having to do that was Zeke. Either
Right.
worthy or not having to do it, or just too stupid too. So she's like, why don't you just focus on the ball?
No,
Why
I
don't
think
you
it
just
was more
focus on
so
it?
he was too stupid. She was like, "You could play basketball though. Just play with the ball. That's what
Just,
you do."
just like you see what you back. That's called dribbling. Anyway, um, so so yes, so Effie arranges for Noma to meet up with the Russians, and ignorant as Monet pops up at the meeting, all half sick and disheveled and whatnot, because she ain't supposed to be doing
And don't know
anything.
what's going on. She like,
Don't know what's going on.
what y'all doing? What y'all doing?
And pretty much messes up the whole meeting and then passes out
Oh my
because
god.
she ain't supposed to be outside. And so Effie has to get her to safety. It's like,
Oh, speaking of Effie, I want to jump back to early episode when they had got out of class and she come up to Tyreek talking about, I'm sorry for snitching on you, but I told them I told you they was trying to kill you, so we even now, right? It was like, get the fuck out my
fuck
damn
no.
face.
Hit it with a we good, right?
Fuck
Fuck no.
no. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
Just being weird. Then McLean gets approached by Detective Carter, and yeah, he stays 10 toes down. That's one thing we're gonna say about McLean. We love
Shouts
that.
out to McLean. He stays 10 toes down. So that is appreciated. And so with that, then now Detective Carter approaches Tariq at one of his jobs,
His many jobs.
because he has a lot of them now.
He's
Shouts out
Jamaican.
to sis that was singing SWV. She was doing
She
she
was
was she
decent.
she was good. Look, Braden was trying to get at her. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
that you could man, Brayden gonna end up one of these sisters because he'd be smitten. He'd be like, yes, look at all of that. Yes.
Look at all the curves and the circles. So he be down for the cause. But so Carter approaches Tariq, and Tariq ain't new to this. He true to it. Like he kind of knew, but he not super new. So something that Carter was kind of pointing out. He's like, you know how to speak and your heart don't race, and he's like, you know how to lie, like, very well. And Tariq was just playing it off like, like, I'm no hero. I was just doing what, blah, 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 blah. And I hope that you find the justice that's needed for the officer. And like, he was really playing that role.
Oh, Reek definitely is a little baby ghost for sure. Cause
Right.
James will hit you with one of them bold face lie to your faces in a minute.
It's a bold face lie.
Bold face
For
lie.
sure. For sure. The only thing that halfway made him flinch is when he started talking about the fact that they quote unquote pulled his mother from or he said they were about to pull her from the WIT tech.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, and he didn't show it for real, but that was what it was like, okay, well shit, like something's gotta give.
Actually, the scene he went to visit her was
Well, he
interesting.
went to visit her because of that.
Right, because he wanted to
Conversation.
check on her, and then she kind of confirmed it in a sense, like she just got to chill, but essentially she's on her last strike.
Right.
And that dude that was her manager had to push up on her, and you know what? Now I'm pretty sure you assumed what was gonna happen next. Now, me as the eldest son, like I pretty much was just like, oh, he gonna whoop his ass in the parking lot. I was like, crazy dude just in front of me pushed up on my mom. Like,
yeah, that wasn't player.
nah. Now, like when he was whooping his ass, I was just like, like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah. And
You ever touch Rachel again?
when Tariq was on his way back to New York, then his car broke down. His car broke down, and I think between seeing his mother like that, the 17 jobs, now the student debt that he has, that was just the last straw.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, man, I got a Porsche somewhere out there.
Like, this some bullshit, right?
There's some BS.
Hoopty,
My mother
boy.
got it right. I'm in a hoopty. My mama got to deal with this goofy ass. Like, man, I need back in. Yeah. This ain't it. So he called Braden to come, pick him up.
Right.
And
luckily, he still got his Benz.
He still has his Benz.
I think he got his Benz through drug dealing, so it ain't connected to the family shit. So he.
Plus, I'm pretty sure it's paid in full, so he's all right.
Exactly. It was like, here you go.
Yeah.
So. They didn't even call it in on him. He was like, you're white. You're good. You're good. What are you? Weston. Here's your car.
Not doing that. But I'm not gonna do this with you. But so Tariq is basically like, dude, we need to get back in the game. Like, this ain't it. Like, and he's like, dude, we can't do this. Like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, no. And I guess, then Braden is thinking about his situation with his family, and he kind of swung by the house and saw these niggas packing up because they gotta downgrade due to everything that has transpired. So yeah, he it's like, okay, well shit, we gotta figure out how to do this somehow. And I'm not, they kind of we don't know what the exact next steps were outside of the fact that Tariq is like, fuck this, I need my car back. So he found where his car was located. Found good old 2-Bit. We miss 2-Bit. Yeah. He comes around at the right time. But if he around, somebody gonna take an L. Let's just say that.
Well, today it seemed like he was the only L that got taken.
That was a little refreshing. I'm not gonna lie. Although I like him, so a part of me is like, okay, I guess. I mean, like,
Tariq need his damn car back. That's some.
He need his car back, but like, how many times this nigga didn't save Tariq? That's why he got the car in the first place.
Mm, mm.
But
That's
yes, so Two Bit was trying to get his vegan eating on. And Tariq still had that young spare. Look, he never gave up hope. He kept the key. And he kept the spare key on him. Um he went and got back what was his. So, that was we were happy for Tariq. Now he ain't got no money to pay to put gas in the damn car,
no,
but
no, no.
whatever.
That car has some expensive gas too, so I
Mm-hmm.
know. So the deal with the Russians got botched up because of Monet pulling
Monet.
up on the meeting. So now they have to reset it. Monet, what's her name? Noma is
Yes.
she basically gets Kane and it's like you gotta get everything back in order with them. And he know he can't directly negotiate with them because of what's going on with they fam and them they beefing.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically made Effie miss her damn interview or the
Mm.
test for the engineering shit, which was the whole fucking point of setting the damn deal up.
Yes, and so she goes with Kane and essentially brings the Russians back to the table by promising an unlimited access to weapons,
Mm-hmm.
to the weapons that Noma has that Noma kind of needs to get rid of. So
Mm-hmm.
she's like, okay, we should just give it to them. Um, Noma's not happy about it, but also is like, this is how you wanted them back. This is the only way we could see fit. And Effie did so in such a way that was so impressive to them that the Russians only really want to communicate through her. They'll
Well,
deal with Noma, but they want to
right.
communicate it through her.
Effie,
So she
because
definitely, you know,
shit.
elevated herself in that respect.
Well, she not gonna have people coming to meetings and collapsing, so that helps. Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
So let's see what else happened.
so do we want to talk about when Kane meets up with Noma and kind of says like, okay, this was the terms of getting the deal back on the table. At first, she's upset, and her bodyguard chokes him out, and then after a while, she
Oh
sends him
yeah.
away,
I
and it's
know.
almost like, does she like
No,
Kane?
I think she likes Hudson Kane. I already picked up on that. Cause she was like, you could leave because you was trying to push up on me the other episode, and I'm
At
just
the worst
appalled.
possible time.
And I'm appalled, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was
Kane
interesting.
is in there like swimwear. All he got to do is keep playing his cards right. But of course, he like little Effie, little fine self. She fine. I get it. I get it. She a little dummy and a little jerk on some shit, but she's cunning. She's not stupid for real. She's just misguided. It's the best way to put it with her. She really
Um,
liked Tyreek still. That's the thing that's so funny. She
all of
do.
them do,
Yeah, they all love that little nigga. Shit's funny
but I'm
because
not supposed to. That's out of my, yeah. So I don't know, but okay, I guess. Um, I do want to talk about Tariq meeting up with Monet because that
yes.
is going to
Yes.
be that was very
That was a
interesting.
pivotal meeting because
Yes,
it put Monet in a loop of knowing that somebody possibly could have been impersonating her or something is amiss because she doesn't know anything going
correct,
on with
correct.
Tommy's mom and all this shit, which
and
is
and so
because it wasn't her.
essentially, yes. So what happened is that Tariq tells Monet that um Tommy's mom is the one who kind of was tipped off, if you will, or that Tommy's mom said you approached her about X, Y, and Z. And she's like, I don't even know who the fuck that is. So now it's like, wait a minute, someone was out here impersonating me and talking to her. And now there's an extra eye raise. And so now Monet wants Tariq to kind of dig into that to see what's going on with that. So, again, pivotal point, for sure. The only thing I could think of that we left out was Detective Carter approaching Noma's security dude about those passports.
Oh yeah, he sure did do that, and he also arrested his ass
Oh,
after.
yes, he did.
So we're gonna see that. We're gonna see how that plays out. So yeah, that was I was wondering how what he even have on him to arrest him, but he really just fucking with him because he just wants to obviously get to Noma. That's the whole point, which
Mm-hmm.
if for him everything is leading to Tyreek, and Tyreek ain't the big boss. Like if he really wanted a bus, he would just go after Noma. But this shit with Tyreek is like personal.
Correct. Correct.
But
Especially with him knowing that, Tariq is related to Ghost, and Ghost was, Ghost was Ghost. So, and they kind of told his backstory of why he's even like this, because this wasn't the path that he was always on.
oh
So,
yeah, the cop, yeah, because of what happened to his wife and her getting killed by the drug dealers and all of that shit by like crossfire. But what was crazy how Monet think that it's Kane that killed her, or
meanwhile,
tried to rather. Meanwhile, it's
meanwhile,
Diana and Drew ass,
mm-hmm.
which he was trying to kill her in this
He
episode
was trying
too.
to, man, he was trying to get her to OD on her pills. He was about to mix her stuff up and all the things. And so when Diana talked him out of it, or at least delayed it, if you will, then Monet was kind of eavesdropping, but from how
She
it was
heard
shot, she didn't hear everything. She
she
just
didn't
heard a
hear
little.
enough to think it was anything
Correct.
related to her getting shot.
Right. She just heard these niggas hate me, but they're trying to be better than me at the same time. So I think they forgive me or something. So, we'll just see how it all comes together
Yeah,
as the weeks go on.
yeah, it's definitely getting very I mean, it's the last season, so every episode like a whole bunch of shit ends up happening for sure.
Right.
But I think we covered mostly everything. We kind of jumped around a little bit, but I'm trying to think if it was something else. Oh, yes, before we go. So Diana's pregnant for sure. That part that when she went
To the doctor.
to the doctor was funny to me because the doctor is basically saying what everybody else is thinking, and she's like, well, you got options. In other words, little drug dealer girl, you probably should go to the chop shop because your ass is not the situation for no child, period. And the fact that you essentially are impregnated by somebody that your whole family is enemies with, that ain't gonna make it cool either. So, yeah. Just
So
messy.
young, so naive.
Just messy. But
So
yeah,
we'll see how that plays out as well.
yeah, because I feel like we really pretty much went over everything. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
just went in not chronological order. But if you're here with us, you saw the show, you saw it.
You better have.
Because
You better have.
otherwise, we spoiled the whole thing. So, with that being said, we are going to get up out y'all way this beautiful day. I am Creed of Exorcisms and Architects Mars, and my co host is
Coach Tamara Simone.
Peace, peace. See y'all next week.